Invincible is back with season 3, and I'm going to talk about the first 3 episodes that they dropped, the direction in which this season is going. Man, I am excited. I don't want to waste any more time. If you haven't checked out these 3 episodes, go watch them now. Going to be talking about what's going on in each individual episode. So bear with me. This shall be a pretty lengthy video. Starting off with the first episode, we pick up what they say, like 3 months after the whole Aistrom kind of thing that went on with Mark, him killing Mark, getting his first body, but now him kind of just working with Cecil, just getting stronger, working on his strength, his speed. He's just increasing, but he's still just not at that level to where he could fuck with the Viltrumites, you know what I'm saying? But this is really fucking interesting because this is a much different Mark. This season is about Crash Out Mark, in to be specific, because there's this one scene in the first episode where him and Rex go track down these people trying to steal the Declaration of Independence, and then all of a sudden Rex gets packed out by a bunch of multi-pauls. I think that's what it's called. But anyways, that's Kate's brother, and that shit was hilarious. I really needed that laugh. And they try to jump on Mark, and Mark really isn't having it. He starts fucking all these copycats up, not playing no type of games. Then Kate finally makes her appearance, and everybody's kind of like shocked, especially Rex. It's like, you're just now revealing that you're alive, and he just feels some type of way about this. And this also further builds on this rift that's about to happen, which I will be talking about shortly in this review when I get to it. Mark is continuously crashing out, and I love to see every minute of it. So then, now we cut things over to Oliver, and he's obviously growing a lot faster. He's even figured out his powers quicker than Mark, because Mark didn't really tap into his powers until he was like 17. And this is kind of shocking to Mark. Also shocking to Debbie, because he's been keeping this a secret until now, which further makes things a lot more complicated with their life, and also with Oliver moving forward. The rest of the Guardians catch up with Kate. Kate is getting married to a mortal, and you already start to kind of see two kind of sides start to kind of form. Everybody's kind of buddy, but now something's kind of brewing. Cecil looks on this map, and there's all these like seismic activities and stuff like that, like earthquakes and certain weird things happening. And then we get just Mark trying to figure out how he feels about Eve and how he should go about it, asking advice. People telling him like, yo, you shouldn't bring up the whole future Eve thing, even though he does it anyways. Also seeing the flip side of things, of how Oliver is trying to fit in because he has purple skin, so he pretty much has to wear whiteface. I find that hilarious. But speaking about seismic, or whatever, the dude that has the earthquake powers, he's a scrub. But not in this episode, because he ends up getting the best of pretty much all the heroes. He's able to abduct them all. He's made friends with these like weird centipede monsters and lava monsters. These monsters that look just like the shit from Hellbound, those shits that come out of whatever the fuck. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. While this is kind of going on, Oliver is having this moment with Debbie, and this is dope. Debbie is still treating Oliver like a son, even though that's not his son. but he needs that mother figure right now because he doesn't have that father figure, because obviously, he's not on the planet for reasons. So I really like that scene between those two. But going back to the ass whooping, Invincible, Mark, and Sam start to get overwhelmed by Seismic and all these different creatures and stuff, and this is where they gotta bring in the B team, and this pisses off Mark because he's like, what the hell is Darkwing doing here, and what is Sinclair doing here? They're all murderers. What are you doing, Cecil? And he's just really not liking this, and this is where Mark goes into like full crash out mode on Cecil. And this was great because it led to, I feel like, a great second episode. This is where we get Cecil's backstory, how he lost his skin fighting these villains, and how what he's going through back when he was doing what he was doing at his younger ages really reflects what Mark is going through as far as how he views bad people or just people that murder people. Even though Mark is a hypocrite because he killed somebody as well, and that's a ongoing theme within these episodes. But younger Cecil was not playing around. Like, he didn't hesitate to just pop both of these villain turned heroes, and then you see the older director and stuff like that, and also how Cecil becomes the new director. We flash forward to Mark and Cecil in the White Room, and just Mark feeling threatened by Cecil feeling threatened by Mark, and just trying to calm him down, but this is not working. It's just making things worse. But it's also showing you how much stronger Mark has gotten and where he is in his mindset. And Cecil planted this thing in his brain to where it sends off these like kind of frequencies and stuff like that. Once he's able to kind of stop the noises, he's able to finally put hands on Cecil, and this is where he pretty much tells him, look, I don't fuck with you no more. I don't answer to you. I don't work for you. We're done. If you come near my family at all, I will kill you. I like this little family talk as well. Well, Oliver's like, you know what? It shouldn't be that bad to kill people, but then they kind of have to correct him. We get a scene of Sam and Mark getting a lot closer, just kind of talking about themselves, their relationship, and just everything that's kind of going on. Meanwhile, the Guardians have a fight over the whole situation between Cecil and Mark, and this is where they pretty much pick sides. The Guardians kind of choose to side with Cecil. That'd be like Immortal and Kate and them, and then Rex and everybody else goes with Team Mark. And Mark is kind of just self-reflecting on just the whole Sinclair thing. Like, did he handle that right? Should he have just killed him at that moment so Cecil doesn't do this? And he has to kind of be brought back to the realization, like, no, like, if you kill people, you're no better than them. And I really like that. I like the advice that Mark is getting. Darkwing joins the Guardians. Some people are kind of iffy about it because, you know, he has murdered people. And this goes back into the whole theme of you can find somebody that does bad things, but they can be redeemed, or you can give them a second chance, pretty much. And I also like that we get to see his first interaction with Omni-Man. That was really cool, how he just pulled up by himself. So then episode 2 ends off with Sam and Mark finally giving into each other's feelings, finally kissing, and giving this relationship thing a chance. I really like how that episode ended. Now we get into episode 3. I really like this episode. I like how it starts off. You see the villains kind of running rapid. You have this couple that are like bank robbers, and they start to have a change of heart. They start to actually want to go out and just be a functioning person in society, just having a regular job, but things aren't really looking up for them. You know, they're coming short up on money, so they end up just going back to what they normally do. But of course, once Invincible pops up, bro, it's this is a completely different Mark just moving, right? He's not going to show you no mercy. He's going to just fuck you up straight up. Even Oliver's out here getting busy and rocking motherfuckers, which Mark doesn't like. He gets in trouble for that, of course, and they tell him to go to his room. But of course, as any little kid, especially somebody like Oliver with all that power, he ain't gonna listen. Meanwhile, you have Sam doing her college thing. She wants to study architecture to kind of help with her powers, which is really interesting. Just a little bit more filler stuff. Just same stuff with like Debbie, her going on these dates, and there's definitely a lot of filler sprinkled in with these episodes for sure. You also have Rex getting his new spot for the Guardians that left, and it's going to be I'm going to be interested to see what they're going to do with that team compared to Cecil's team in the future. We also get a random Black Samson scene. He's going against the Order. I guess that's going to be a subplot they're going to build up towards the later episodes. I don't know. Anyways, we finally get Mark in the blue and black suit, and I'm excited to see this because I heard nothing but good things. Also, Oliver gets his own kind of suit, and he gets his own name. He dons the name Kid Omni-Man, and Mark's like, I don't know if you want to pick that, just because Dad really isn't somebody that should be looked at as inspiration right now. It's going to take time for people to kind of forgive him, which that's going to be something difficult to kind of see in the future. We're going to wait and see how that plays out. Sam's able to kind of work a deal out with her parents to make things right. She even moves back in. Now this is getting interesting, where now Debbie and her new man have this awkward moment with the kids kind of just dropping by on them, catching them in the action. Debbie also told this dude what Mark's true identity is. Who knows? This guy could be a secret villain for all we know, and he's just playing the long game. Sam and Mark are on the rooftop having a conversation, not knowing that they're being watched, but being watched by who with this little thing that's kind of just watching them. That comes into play later. But now we have the Mauler brothers back once again. They're disappointed that most of the Guardians didn't show up. They look at them as weaklings. They pretty much get rid of them really quick. Mark pulls up, and Mark has this whole new persona called Invincible, yeah, where they think this is the fake Invincible just because it's not his typical colors. Oliver gets word of this on the news, tries to go and help Mark, ends up putting crazy hands on the Mauler brothers, ends up killing them while Mark is stopping them from launching this missile that just got launched. And by the time he gets back, man, it's sheer chaos, and just Oliver is covered in blood, man. And before Cecil can even speak a word to Oliver, he gets yoked up by Mark, and Mark's like, don't you dare come anywhere close to my family. Like I told you, I will kill you. Mark's just dealing with a lot. Like he said, he's dealing with having to be a boyfriend, a son, a big brother, and a superhero at the same time. And sometimes it just takes Sam to kind of bring him back to earth a little bit and cheer him up. They finally have this kind of conversation about killing people with Oliver, and the crazy realization that Mark comes to is just, Oliver's just like his father. He thinks just like him. He doesn't have that like kind of humanity in him, to be honest. And then finally they see that red thing that was spying on them. Well, I should say Mark sees it, goes to check it out. It starts to glow red and blow up. Damn near almost blew up the house. And Mark doesn't know what it is, and that's how the episode ends. I thought these 3 episodes were really dope. Let me know how you guys feel about each one. Till next time, I'm out.